everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today with a flip through of the great magazine Chop and Flop journal that we made together. So I wanted to show you the kind of end result of this book. So let me just kind of hop into it. So as you recall, we used for that series magazines from Uppercase magazine. And so these books are kind of like I would say like maybe a 50-50, I don't know, of like my own ephemera things and things that I cut from the magazine. And then the other things that make it kind of more custom my own are like all of the papers inside and the cover and the other things. So that's just kind of like the theme or content of the book in case you missed the whole theory part of the magazine Chop and Flop series. So the cover is of course made from fabric, which is this beautiful Inuk chic fabric that I hand painted with paint. These beautiful colors are very pastel-y with a little bit of red. And then the cover, I have stitched on this vintage embroidered daffodil and rose doily. There are 4 visible signatures there. The eyelets are bronze and they're metal and they go right through the fabric. And this is vintage seam binding in this really nice kind of mousy like pink color. And then on front we have this girl who's doing some stitching. And I just love how all the colors kind of come together. This is an image from the Uppercase magazine. So we open it on up here. It's just doubled over seam binding. And then you get into the inside cover, which is this lovely gold spattery green batik fabric. And I've stitched on this fun bit here, and inside we have this very cottagecore journal card. So in the first signature, we begin with the flippity floppity of this. So this flips up, has these beautiful birds, and there's some really fun papers in here that are very artsy themed. They are from Vicky Bouton. So little pencils here, and these are like days of the week in these fun colors. This journal card inside of the pocket with that label on the front. Then we flip over here, we have another tip up, and we have a pocket here with this label and one of these fun triple tags. Then some fun pricing sheet paper, handmade paper from the papertrail.ca. This is like a little cluster with some yarn, pocket with, this says hearts warmed. Little tag, oopsies, and that pops in there. And over here we have another little lace pocket with this stitchy kind of freeform journal card, boiled book paper, an old druggist's registry document, some of my hand-dyed Aurora Borealis paper. This is an envelope with all these beautiful pottery mugs on it, and inside we have this collaged journal card. There's some fun like old documents on this and like all different map and things that's stitched. It's a lot of fun. And then the other side of that druggist's narcotic sales old vintage document, and more boiled book page. Then this is a tip up, and we have this pocket here, freeform, lots of artsy color going on this page, and then a Modigliani cutout, and says looking glass upon the wall, who is fairest of us all, from a vintage children's book. Over here, this is some marbled paper. This tips out for more writing space, pocket, and this, it says The Flower Hunter, and it's just a fun collaged journal card. And then we have more of the Paper Trails handmade paper and that yellow pricing sheet, a little side tuck spot on these fun pencils. And then this is, you know, some masters art, old beautiful art journal card. This is a tip out. And then in this pocket we have this journal card. It has a wrapped over color swatch sample for paint. Then over here, this little wing flaps out for this owl, and it is a belly band that has this cottagecore journal card on that fun yellow starry paper. So that tucks in there. And then also this opens up for like a double bit of writing space there. And then we have this freeform shaped lacy flip up. And this is a pocket that has this little pocket on it with this little journal card that pops in there. And then this comes out of the big pocket, all those rainbows. And this is a piece that I made some time ago. It's like a stained glass window themed triple tag. Lots of fun going on there. Some little jewels on this. That just tucks in there for lots of extra writing space. That goes in here, and then the whole thing flips back down. More Aurora Borealis paper, and another of those vintage pricing sheets, and some of my lacy hand-dyed old printer paper. And then here we have this very fun artsy like nature handmade brushes image, and it's a tip out. And then this is a little tuck spot with an owl on this cloudy paper, and one of my waxed ephemera pieces with some stitching and fabric up here. Then a little tuck spot here with a journal card, all rainbows. And then this tag here with some lace on it. This is a little fun 49 and Market paper in their palette collection. This is cabbage dyed ledger paper and a fun envelope that says tea with tea. And in here we have a laminated journal card that has a piece of eucalyptus inside, laminated in there. More of that fun ledger paper and 49 and Market paper. Anchor hawking marks. So this is from like the vintage, pottery and things. This is their vintage marks that they would make. This is some just collage fun with old book spine. And then another tag with a Modigliani on it. A little bit of Edith Holden at the bottom, just collaged on both sides for fun writing space. And this is Black Owl Safety Match, a little label on this freeform pocket on this sky paper. And this is a little journal card that I made with my encaustic painting technique that I shared as part of a crayon box workshop with my Patreon members. And it says, "Youth is like spring, an overpraised season, more remarkable for biting winds than genial breezes. Autumn is the mellower season, and what we lose in flowers, we more than gain in fruits." More of that fun fractal computer paper, lace on the back, pricing sheet, Aurora Borealis paper, a little, just a little sort of cutout on this starry pocket. This is a tip out. And in here we have those rainbows and this little rainbowy fun little booklet that has great art and these fun pages for some more writing space. And it's just a little bound booklet with a few extra pages. Over here we have this sort of the back of patchwork, and that's a tip up. And we have a bee pocket there, and this laminated journal card that's got some little thistly bits inside, and collaging. And then this is just some beautiful quilt imagery, and I've stitched it onto packaging paper. This is like a cabinet card image, and it's a tip out. And then we have this little heavy restringing outfit, old textile kind of thread packaging, and then some book spine, graph paper, and a collaged moth tag that has stitching. So these are very eclectic and fun. There's an overall artsy theme to this book. The other one has a more botanical gardening theme, but this is the more artsy one. So this large piece here is a tip out. And then we have the Fire King vintage marks, also a tip out. We have a little pocket there with this little journal card. And then over here it says gain reputations as hooligans, and then this little journal card in that pocket. So lots of fun there. You can flip these however you like them. It's kind of the fun of the flip floppy books. Some hand-dyed papers. This pocket here made from a stack of magazines, a bit of a palette back here and some nice rainbows. And then this is a tag that I made with this fun spacey cyberpunk kind of girl. It's got really cool like canvas in the back and these iridescent stars. Lots of fun went into making that tag. Then over here, this is Musing, and it's an envelope. It's also a flip out. Inside the envelope, we have this journal card, and then this little altered playing card. So there's space to write on the back, and then when you open it up, you've got these fun purple flowers in here. It's actually a cigarette card image. And so those just both kind of go in there as little fun little things to find and journal on. And that closes up. And then this is just another bit of that palette. That's a pocket. And then this lovely collaged painty paper tag. More of my vintage dot matrix computer paper. You'll see that fun fractal pattern. That's my hand-dyed paper, lace on the back. And this is a sketchbook, and it's like a little pocket, so you can pull it out. And there's this really old, beautiful like journal card that's made from a super old like 1930s children's book, and it has 3 cats, and they're sitting in like this is like an art case, and there's paintbrushes and things, oil paints and things that they're getting into. So troublemakers. This is a little tip out with a house, pocket with some palette there. Lovely paper again. And this is a deductive poetry tag that I collaged, and it says, considerably higher, the green timber silhouetted against the sky. The wilderness of his magnificent pose disappear in the green, eyes feasted afar upon a wild scene. Deep green, fall free, saw a grey flash, a bright glint, heart swelled, fear left her. And over here, this says you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. And that is a C.S. Lewis quote. This little booklet here with this little pearl restringing outfit label on front. Just a little bit of writing space. Some more fun papers that I dyed. A tip up with some beautiful pottery and a little cloud label. This is another deductive poetry piece. I did this for Defemorember, and it says, at the farther end, at full speed, not improved upon, it seemed an interminable time, swept out over the broad reaches to the eastward. Here he found himself in strange waters, a tangled maze of islands and distorted channels, well distanced. Tinkering, she crept up a beam, the distance between abridged by half. So just a fun journal card in this little tuck spot, and that flips down. Over here, this beautiful eco printing setup. This tips up with some hand-dyed paper there on that hinge. A little spool illustration in this rainbow. And this is another of my encaustic journal cards. It says something funny is going to happen today. And we have all sorts of fun swirling going on from that crayon. Tips down. The other side of that fun patchwork quilt on the packaging paper. This is a little lacy and textile feeling page, and more of my lace dyed paper, cabbage dyed and aurora borealis dyed papers. This says encyclopedia, and it's this is a little tip out here. She tips out. And then this is a freeform journal card in the shape of a piece of pottery. And then over here, we have a tip down, again, the back side of a fun quilt. And then this is a freeform style pocket. And you have a rainbow back there. And then this is from a children's book, this patchworky, or not patchworky, but patterny journal card with this girl. Some more lacy dyed paper. This is actually a fly page with all these fun wheels. More hand-dyed paper, and a tip up, pocket, fun journal card, Light from a Distant Star. And then just this beautiful rainbow. I thought this would be so fun to write on. This is a large tip out. And then we have another one of these fun punks here. This one's a lot of fun. It's oops, are we stuck? Are we stuck? There we go. I think I stitched this into the binding by accident, but it's free. The Moon Out of Reach. And then this is all this fun background. I made those for some kind of a challenge. I can't recall now what I did, but yeah, it was fun. More hand-dyed paper, wheels and papers. Another tip out with some fun stitching. And this is a little pocket here with a rainbow. And then we have all these beautiful fabrics all stacked up. Another little journal card. And then over here, some fun quilting prep going on, tips out. This says Collectors, and this is a freeform journal card with all these lovely patterns. So that just tucks back in that pocket. And more of the Aurora Borealis and cabbage dyed papers in that fun fractal. And the other side of the textile. Then at the back we have this little bit stitched down, a fun pattern, and then this collaged journal card here that has a ghosty leaf on it. It's got lots of fun stuff going on. So that is this lovely flippy floppy journal, which they're simultaneously just fun and cozy and great in the hands. I think they will enable a lot of creativity, like inspire you to do projects, inspire you to try new things or write about your creativity. I think there's a lot of content in this that kind of like you could either look at a piece of ephemera that I made and maybe want to make something because of it, or you could see the things that came out of that creative magazine and also be inspired to maybe like, hey, look closely at this and do that stitching. So it's just got that really cozy creative feel to it. So these books are going to head up to my Patreon, and then I will probably post them on Etsy as well. So thank you for watching and have a great day. You can find all my links down below in the description box. Bye for now.